Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Bennett on the move to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. These two teams all tied after one. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mecole Hardman. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, it's Rodgers. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here into the hands of Jones. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Let's take over first down 10. Let's go. 33-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Right there. 54, right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's brought down.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Colts add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Rodgers now on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, obviously, red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the 41, Rodgers. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. And caught by Henry. And some room to work. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback for the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot to
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. Zerline connects on the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Hines. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Bennett now looking to throw on 2nd down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Bennett. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. So here are the Colts to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Bennett. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Let's go. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
44 yards on the ground for him so far. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. first down carry for Henry. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And down inside the 15 he goes. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back now in Nashville. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the night. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Bennett. They'll roll him out right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the handoff, Taylor. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Bennett to throw. Off play action. On the move to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Off play action. Bennett. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers on the slant. He'll get it to Jones.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rodgers throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Coltsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, Bennett being chased out left.
Let's go.
That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Out to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself,
and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. The option to give to Taylor here. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers, a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's got a man. It's Ferkser, the tight end. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Right there. 54.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Bobby Wagner gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. A bit.
Salute when you see me. There's an ocean and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check. You not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look. Salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion. It's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking. Probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodge.